9-7 for 5 years. So Belichick, now the league is catching on. This is why I predicted they would go 5-11. I said he's rebooting, and he's going to be very coy, and he doesn't want people to think he's doing this, right? So he's doing things that he's never done before, complimenting Cam Newton constantly. He is really putting in the work. Even yesterday, to give the appearance they are fighting for wins, he adds a couple of irrelevant players at the trading deadline. He didn't sell everybody off. Giving the appearance, this is no restructuring, we're going all the way. 4 different executives and coaches are now seeing it. Said a former head coach, after Belichick went on and on and on and on and on and on and on a couple days ago about the salary cap and started talking. He goes, I saw that and thought, why is he out there? Bill would never put anything like that out there about the salary cap. All of a sudden, it's out there. Something's weird. The fans have seen this for months. Somebody else said, an executive at The Athletic, it seemed very un-Belichickian to say what he's saying about the cap. He's the coach and GM. You made all the decision unless there's a veiled message which would make you think about what they've spent. A third person, anonymous, I've always wondered if they just decided to tank this year, especially once they had the opt-outs. The media has a blind spot. A fourth executive. My hunch is Belichick would rather tear it down and rebuild instead of trying to hang on and go 9-7. When people start doing things they've never done, be suspicious. Suddenly, Bill Belichick, you guys should opt out. Take care of your families. At New England, it's all about family first, football second. Oh, that's adorable. Now adding irrelevant players at the deadline. Cam Newton compliments constantly. Never gave Brady one in 20 years. Didn't try to re-sign anybody. We're in cap hell. We can't. Talking about cap stuff that he's never talked about ever. Mid-season press conferences. On and on and on. Folks, the media has blind spots. We're seeing it with the election. Okay? The public told us a lot of Trump fans, going to be close. The fans spotted it, the people. And the fans are telling you, they've been on this since week 7. Brady's gone. This is a rebuilt year. You got 3 A-plus quarterback prospects. I'm not saying they're going to get one, but finally people are catching on. Joy Taylor with the news.
No.
Turn on the news. This is the Herdline News.
So overall, pretty quiet trade deadline yesterday.
It was. I'm not sure if we should be surprised or not. I thought Stephon Gilmore and the Raiders. I don't know why that to me was the move of the day. They're a cornerback. They've beaten the Chiefs. We know they can beat anybody. They need a corner. I thought that just felt like, and they've hit on so many good draft picks. They're getting so much production in Las Vegas without paying a lot of these guys any money.
The asking price was
rich,
a bit high though. And the Packers were reportedly looking at Texans wide receiver Will Fuller at the trade deadline, but no deal was made. There were reports that there were disagreements within the organization about whether adding a top-end receiver in the short term was worth the price, but Matt LaFleur shut those rumors down.
We were in communication, I know, but I don't know if anything ever got that serious. I have no idea where anything like that would ever come from. We're in constant communication. We're on the same page, and there is no truth to that. I promise you that.
I've never seen somebody look more different without a mask and with a mask. That does not look like Matt LaFleur at all.
I didn't notice.
That's an intern for the Packers. That's not even their that doesn't look anything like Matt LaFleur.
He's sending out a body double?
Yeah.
Well, look, we all wished that the Packers had been more aggressive about this in the draft and were more aggressive about this overall for Aaron Rodgers' sake. But they are 8th in receiving yards per game, 14th in total receiving yards with 1,948, but they've only played 7 games. Devontae Adams is 20th in the NFL with 502 total receiving yards, missing 2 games.
Yeah, he gets hurt.
Second in the league with 100.4 receiving yards per game. So when he is available, he's obviously a big target.
He's huge, but he gets hurt.
I think it is with the Packers what you said at the beginning of the season, what you were saying all year last year, what I didn't see with them last year, but I'm now seeing with them this year, which is it's not Aaron Rodgers' fault that the Packers can't get back to the Super Bowl.
He's doing great. One bad game. He's
he
great.
Is Aaron Rodgers. He's going to be consistent. Everybody has bad games. Tom Brady has bad games. Like that is what it is. It's what professional sports is. You're not going to be amazing every single day, but he's pretty close to it. And they did not have a good draft. I just, every day that goes by with the Packers, I get more and more confused about the Jordan Love move.
And the number 2 pick was no day at the beach either.
I didn't love it to begin with.
He's not close to good enough. He's not close to their first 2 running backs.
They just didn't make a concerted effort to fix what the problem was last year. And it seems like this year it's the same issue, which is that if you go up against a running team, you're going to have a problem. If you go up against a physical team, you're going to have a problem. Obviously, San Francisco's run game last year was incredible, and they were a big physical team. They made it to the NFC Championship game and had an amazing season and got tore up in the NFC Championship game. So you should be making moves in the offseason to improve whatever it was you couldn't get over in that game, right? Because you have to win that game to get to the Super Bowl, to have an opportunity to win it. So just can't put it on Aaron Rodgers. They weren't aggressive at the trade deadline. I don't know what it is. Maybe they just felt like that's not the issue for them. But if that's not the issue for them, shouldn't you be more aggressive to fix the issues that you do have?
They need playmakers on defense. They need another playmaker on offense. It's like that's what drafts are for. That's what the Tampa Bay Buccaneers did in free agency in the draft. They got like Antonio Winfield. The Winfield safety's a dramatic playmaker. They went Antoine Winfield. They went and got AB's a dramatic playmaker. Gronk in the red zone's a dramatic upgrade. They went and got dramatic playmakers who change games and moments. Green Bay didn't do any of that in the draft.
But they kind of always
that's what they
do that. So Antonio Brown was officially reinstated this week and is expected to play on Sunday when the Bucs take on the Saints, which is already a big game. And he's been getting quality time with his quarterback. Tom Brady said he invited AB to live with him while he gets settled in Tampa.
We've gotten to know each other pretty well over the years. So he's just getting settled, and I know he's looking for places, but it's just nice to be able to have him around. And, we're getting to work, and he likes to be integrated into what we're doing, and big transition for him moving across the state and really not knowing anyone. So, again, just trying to be a great teammate and help someone out, is a friend of mine.
Well, Tom's going to try and make it work. Tom has something to win here. Games.
Yes, and we know that Tom and AB have a relationship, which is why all of that nonsense last week about how this was not a Tom Brady decision.
Tom told him, listen, you get AB, I'll let him live with me. He did in Foxborough as well, or Boston. So it's like, listen, I'll make it work. This was always one of these kind of like high fives, not signed on paper. You go get AB, I'll make it work. And by the way, he vouched for him in New England and was pissed when New England let him go. So this is Tom's put a lot of time and equity into this, and there's a reason for it. He's Randy Moss.
When Antonio Brown is able to play and when things are working, he's incredible and a Hall of Fame level receiver.
Oh yeah.
When?
No. We'll see how it's going to be fun. I like the drama.
I'm very interested in it, but at the end of the day, this is why I'm not buying anything that Arians was saying about how it's not Tom Brady's decision. It wasn't Tom Brady's decision, but he's living in Tom Brady's house. Can I live in Tom Brady's house? No, because it was Tom Brady's decision.
Right.
Like it's fine if it doesn't work out. No, I don't think anyone's going to freak out because it's on Antonio Brown. Like obviously people are trying to help him. Clearly, Tom Brady's making a concerted effort to get him back into the league. He clearly vouched for him. He's living in his house. So if it doesn't work, I don't think it's going to be one of those things where there's some huge wave of backlash or anything like that. Because at this point, like this is Antonio Brown's choice.
If it doesn't work out, Chris Godwin and Mike Evans go, all right, throw to us more. So it's not like
and you cut him.
It's not really a position of need. It is icing on